Hello and welcome to my next video. Mr.NET is here, and today we're going to explain the template method design pattern. So if you are interested in this pattern, watch this video. Firstly, we look to the UML diagram. We have an abstract base class, and this base class has a template method implemented. This method, or this template method, contains a part of an algorithm which are used by both subclasses. Only the subclasses has the different part of the algorithm. For example, we have here a list which is unsorted. On the left side we have an algorithm which sorts the list ascending, and the right side, or the right algorithm, sorts this list descending. We see that both algorithms has same processes. We have here the pre-processing as a first, then we have the sorting part, and then we have the post-processing. So we use the template method that we are implement the pre-processing and the post-processing in the base class, and only the concrete sorting algorithm are in the subclasses. On the left side, subclass 1 implements the sort ascending algorithm, and in subclass 2 we implement the sort descending algorithm. Of course, there are many possibilities to implement the template method design pattern. Some of that I will show you in this code here. Firstly, we implement some sort algorithms. The first method returns me a list from type integer, and I call this method sort ascending. And as an argument, I use also a list from type integer. And this method has to be implement an algorithm. So before I implement here a complex algorithm, I use the method sort from the list to sort my list, and then I return the sorted list. So I copy this method and implement a second method. I call this sort descending, and this method returns me a list which is sorted, but I sort the list descending. So for that I call the method reverse on my sorted list. Then I implement a public void method. I call this method A. This method gets a list from type integer as an argument, and inside this method I have an pre-processing step, and I also have a post-processing step, and in the middle part I have to sort my list. So the pre-processing is string builder. Here's a new string builder, and to simulate pre-processing, I append to the string builder only a string, and I say pre-processing. So this part is the pre-processing. Then I have a sort algorithm. For that I can use sorted list is. For that I use one of these methods. For example, method A use the sort ascending method, and after I get the sorted list, I iterate through the list and insert each item to my string builder. And the post-processing is also one line, and I say post-processing, and I close my brackets. Well, so I have pre-processing, a sorting part, and a post-processing. So I copy this method A, and I create a method B, and the method B is using here the sort algorithm descending. After the post-processing, I say console.writeLine string builder to string. So I copy this line, and also method A gives me the result to the console. Now I want to invoke these methods in my static main method, and this doesn't work because I have to use here also static methods. So each method in my class here has to be static. Now I can invoke these methods here in my main method. So method A gets as an argument list with the values 1, 5, 3, and I call also the method B with the same arguments. So now I start the program, and we have pre-processing 1, 3, 5 post-processing, and we have pre-processing 5, 3, 1 post-processing. We see these values are sorted ascending. This is the method A, which are used the sort ascending algorithm, and the second method 5, 3, 1 sorts the list descending. Now we have a lot of duplicate code. We see that the pre-processing and the post-processing are duplicated, and now we implement the template method pattern to reduce this duplicate code here. The first opportunity what we can use to implement the template method is the template method with the base and subclasses. For that I create here a public base class, and I also implement a public class, the ascending class, and I also implement the descending class. And the ascending class inherits from the base class, and also the descending class inherits from the base class. Now the base class gets all code which is used by both classes, by both subclasses. So we have here the pre-processing and the string builder, and we also have the post-processing. the preprocessing gets its own method. I say public void preprocessing. It could be also protected, that's not necessary. That's the preprocessing method. And I also get a post-processing method. Well, that's my base class, and the subclasses implements the sorting algorithms. For that I use public void sort ascending. The argument is a list. So this is my sorting algorithm. I can say list sort. But firstly we have the preprocessing. So I say base dot preprocessing. Then I have to sort my list and have to use the for each iteration. And I insert each value into my string builder from the base class, and it has to be public in this case. And after I insert it into the string builder, I can say base dot post processing. And console dot writeline string builder dot toString. So now we have here our pre-processing, then we have here our sorting algorithm, and we have here our post-processing. Also the descending class implements a method. I call this method sort descending. And the only difference is to use here the reverse. And the other things are the same. So I save this. I go back to my void method here. I comment this out. And I create an instance from my ascending class. So I say ascending class is new ascending class. And descending class, descending class is new descending class. Now I say ascending class dot sort ascending, and as an argument I create a new list with 1, 5, 3, and I also call from the descending class the sort descending algorithm or method, and as an argument I take a list with the same values. So now I start the program, and we see preprocessing 135 and preprocessing 531. the ascending sorting and the descending sorting. And what we have done is to separate the post-processing and the pre-processing in the base class. The template method with base and subclasses only one opportunity. A second opportunity is that we use, for example, our own method. I call this method public static void the method AB, and this method gets as an argument the list which we have to sort, and also a boolean with the name is ascending. And inside this method I implement here, for example, the body of the method A, and only the sorting part will be different. So firstly I need a list. That's my sorted list. And if my argument is ascending, is true, I sort my list with the method sort ascending, or I use the method sort descending. So now I save this, I comment this out, and I use the method AB. Firstly, I create a new list as an argument, which has the values 1, 5, 3, and the boolean is true, so I get the sorted list ascending. And as a next step I use the same method with the boolean false. So I start the program, and we see we have one sorted list which is ascending, 1, 3, 5, and the second list is 5, 3, 1. So this is an opportunity which also works, but if this part is increasing, and it will be complicated because, for example, you need more arguments, or this body here grows to a mess. In C# we can use a dirt method, we can use delegates. So for that I create public delegate with the return type list from type integer, and I call this delegate the method del, and the argument is a list with integers. I call it list. We see that each of these methods here has the pre-processing and the post-processing. Only this part here is different. And with delegates we can change at runtime this part dynamically. So I create here a method public static void method delegate. The argument is the list which we have to sort, and the second argument is the method del, which is delegated, which is our method, what we are gave as an argument. I call this method function. So I copy the body of method AB, and this part, the sorting part, sorted list, depends on the delegated function here. So I call here the function our delegate function, which we gave here this method as an argument, and this function here sorts my list. So I comment this here out, and now I say method delegate, which gets as the first argument the sorted list, which have to be sorted, and then we need a method which are used as which are used to replace this delegate here. And we see that our sorting algorithms here we have here the sort ascending and the sort descending. The argument is a list and the return type is also a list, and our delegate has a return type a list with integers, and as an argument also a list with integers. So I can use here first time the sort ascending function, and I can use also the sort descending method. And now I start the program, and we get a sorted list ascending 1 3 5 5 3 1, and this is, in my opinion, the better way to use the template method pattern. So hopefully I explained it well for you. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel, give me some feedback so that I can improve my videos for you, and hopefully I see you in the next videos. Bye.